5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, welcome back to the Blerdiverse. We're back with another one. It's been a while. Back,
It's been a minute.
squad's back together. Big homie
Yes, sir.
Kenny, big homie Just, big homie Drew. We back in the stew, doing what we do. But heck, man, I mean, it's been a little bit, but we about to talk about the latest chapter of Boruto. I know it's been out for a while, but we want to give our thoughts on it and everything. So, fellas, anything y'all want to say before we get into it?
It's only been a week, right? It's only been a week, right? Then it just come
It's
out.
been a week. It's been 9 weeks. It's been 9 days since the thing dropped.
It's like week and a half.
Yeah.
Week and a half. But yeah, nah, I'm just glad to be back, and especially with the chapter that we just had. We was reviewing like the last a couple of chapters ago, and we kind of speculated like, nah, this is something's gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna get clipped. But we didn't know who was going to get clipped, especially the main character. So this is pretty important things that's going on. So yeah, we had to get back for this one.
Yeah. This was a really good chapter one, man. And one thing about Boruto, the art style is always so clean in the manga, and like I feel like I'm right there. Like one, I like how like this battle took place at night. Like it felt like a thief in the night type of joint. Like like especially in the ninja world, it's so fire. I love that atmosphere that they put. But man, like we were saying like not too long ago, man, there is so much going on at once. I want a model to play his hand already. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be waiting for that.
He's already doing it.
He's already doing it, bro.
Yeah, he is, because that man is like right under your nose every time. But bro, like Eisen level thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, heck, just to give a brief summary, last chapter of Boruto starts off where the other chapter picked off, basically where Kawaki has his karma back, and everybody's like, wait, how the hell this man got his karma back? Turns out when Amado had gave this man a new arm, he gave him a new arm implanted with his own cells and also with karma already ready for a joint. So he just needed it to activate as far as a incident and everything for it to activate, and then he has his karma back. And not just his karma back, he got his karma back, but the Ishiki buff. He can use all that man's techniques. He can string, bring stuff out of different dimensions, go hard, go into paint and everything. And bro, he got this man. Like, how you feel about that?
How do y'all feel about that? Like I saw it and I was just like, bro, you are wild, bro. You really did it, bro. Like,
I mean, it's plot. I mean, like the fact that he had all those powers off bat and he was just maneuvering with them drugs. Like he already, because before we already know he can absorb stuff with his karma, and that they use like his his medical tools, not medical tools, his ninja tools in his arm to make like those big graphic things and all that, and impale people and run through shit and all that. Cool. But the fact that he was just like effortlessly maneuvering all what's the name shit and everything, I'm like, okay, this is a little plot. It's just like when Minato put up in the 4th grade ninja war automatically with Kurama mode, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I will, I think everything just keeps going back to that first chapter, the first episode where, Kawaki has the karma and it's fully activated and things of that nature. So it's like when he lost it after their Ishiki fight, everybody was kind of wondering like, okay, how does he end up getting it back? I didn't know he was gonna get it back this quick. I will say that. But it makes sense. Because I feel like with us seeing the battle with Ishiki, I knew that we was gonna see those powers come back in some way, either with a revival of Ishiki or Kawaki doing this. So the main thing that surprised me is just how kind of quick this happened.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised that he can do everything that Ishiki does. And what's pretty interesting for me is the dojutsu. Because at first, when you even go back to when Jigen was alive, he had those triangles in his eyes, but none of us knew that was a part of the dojo. Everybody thought that was just like his character design, like just like his like pupils or whatever.
Yeah.
But turns out you can actually have like multiple of them little pizza triangles in his eyes, and
Yeah.
Kawaki really show that he's like literally the true vessel, because Jigen can only use like one or two of them joints, and Kawaki already has like four, and he continues to get stronger and stronger. So
He already has his horn and everything.
Yeah,
has the horn too, so he raises is raising the stakes. That's
Just raising the stakes. But yeah, basically he was out here getting loose. Had this man Boroshiki on the ropes while Code was talking to Ada, and it's like, so damn, our plans just went into bullshit and everything. And at that, Shikamaru notices that he's talking to somebody, and while he has him hemmed up, Naruto's sitting here watching, like, damn, they got here this boxing. I don't know if I can really get into this shit until like what's the name when Kawaki is like really boxing with this man Naruto, like let's say Boruto, as far as like he was sitting there, he put out fire jutsu, Boruto absorbed it, Boruto put out Rasengan, he absorbed it, that he was trying to kick him, teleport back, and that was about to squash this man like a bug with the little blocks and shit. Then like, hey, you're going too far. I was like, nah, bro, this is the instinct. Like the drugs is helping out as far as they're like delaying his release of Momoshiki, but like it's not fully preventing him from taking over and shit. Which is like he almost really murked Naruto if it wasn't for the fact that Kawaki had unlocked his karma and absorbed that absorbed the Rasengan. So he was like, yeah, that it turns out like the end state for both of them that discussed like, hey, I'm gonna try to get this karma off of you any way, shape, or form. But if it comes to it, I'm gonna have to take you down. And it was like he let that man, like he sat there, let him take him down. Pause. With that, what's the name? With his attack and everything. That we see this man impaled on the ground, and it looks like my man's about to die. Which I mean, if he does, I mean, is he Tensei? I don't know. It's still some shit we got to figure out later. But yeah.
So I think about that. I think he is dead as of right now.
Yeah.
I think he will be. I don't think it's going to be the way he comes back will not be anything that we've seen before. I think it'll have something to do with Otsuki, maybe Toneri, maybe his Jogan, maybe Momoshiki. I don't think it's going to be a way that we've seen before, like Edo Tensei or Ren Rebirth, anything like that. Because if it's Edo Tensei, that means he's basically a zombie. He's not himself. So I think that the Boruto that is gonna eventually come back is gonna be himself again. But the big question is, what's coming up after this chapter and after this battle? Like is Naruto gonna step down as Hokage? Is
Kawaki gonna be exiled? I don't know.
Yeah, because I know the relationship will not be the same ever again, because Naruto is literally calling him a demon himself. When Kawaki said, "We have to, kill your son," basically Naruto was not with it the whole time. Like, so it's pretty interesting to see how the relationship now is gonna change going forward.
And on top of that, it's just the fact that Kawaki did not hesitate at all. And we did see a little bit of that tension building where he was just like, literally just like, Kawaki, you're going too far. What are you doing? He's just like, okay, but I'm doing this for you. And I really feel though this is going to head to like that place where it's like, you didn't even hesitate. You're dangerous. You're much more stronger. Something has to be done. And how did you even get the karma back, first of all, and why did you go behind our backs to Amato? And that's gonna play a little bit towards Amato too. And I feel as though like it's gonna be like I said before, Kawaki gonna be like, I did this to protect you, to protect the village. Everything was for the village and for the seventh. But since you're turning your back on me, then all right, fine. I'm gonna do what I have to do then.
Yeah, so, I mean, like the thing is, like, well, he didn't go behind his back because, like, I was just Amado playing his hand because he gave that man a new arm and everything. Cool. It's no longer that little mechanical bullshit that he had for a while. Like, what's saying that was powered by Naruto's chakra, which was really Kurama's chakra. R.I.P. that man. Like, what's saying? So, like, literally, he gave him a new arm and everything. It was already implanted with the joint. So all you had to do is just, heck, we need a trigger, something traumatic. Like, you know how Naruto, what's name usually does, like, what's name, something traumatic happens, somebody gets in power. Well, not even Naruto, anime in general. Something traumatic happens, the character gets a power up. Cool. That's happening. So he got that back and everything. Main question is, where the fuck is, well, I would say, where the fuck is Sasuke? But at the same time, I'm like, he doesn't have his Uber eye anymore. So
So that is a big question. It's either Sasuke is on the battlefield and he's waiting for his moment to strike, but I don't think that is the case because he would have done something already. So
yeah,
maybe Sasuke is not looking for code. Maybe Sasuke is looking for Ada and Damon.
yeah. I mean, he
I
probably
don't
might
know,
feel
but
like either that or it's like he's looking for, or he's talking with Orochimaru, one or the other. Because like my thing is, power was saying power is power, and that yeah, he lost his eye as far as has been impaled. But my thing is, we still have the body of Madara Uchiha somewhere. Remember, he was brought back to life and everything, and I guarantee they didn't burn his body or whatever. It was just sealed somewhere and some shit like that. And
I feel as though that his body is way too significant to just dispose of like that. Like
yeah, so it's somewhere.
with all the different ninja scientists in the world now, I feel as though like they wouldn't let that happen. They could be like, we need to use this to use and everything, especially Orochimaru as well.
And not even like you like you gotta put it in the cut. But my thing is, even if it's in the cut, knowing Orochimaru, he's like, yeah, I've been walking in and out that bitch like it's like my bathroom next door.
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised because like my thing is they did nerf these two. But
They did.
I don't feel like it's going to be the end of seeing them exercise these powers for the last time. Because like for Naruto, first off, like I teased this a little while back when we first lost Kurama. We still have those tools inside the Tenten shop that have Kurama's chakra. And I feel like all that's needed is like he still has a candle inside of him. All he needs is just a spark, and then boom, Kurama's back. Now
that is a good point. Yeah, I don't know with the way the direction is going. I think all the new aspects that we're going to see is going to be stuff that we haven't seen before, or like new characters that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't see them going back to like using those methods of getting stronger. I think they're gonna. I don't know. I think all the new methods of getting stronger is going to be somehow connected to scientific ninja tools. Like the ones that Amado make, like he's making a new, the new cyborg that we still haven't seen that new cyborg yet.
He still has Android 16 just kicking it.
Yeah, so I think all the different ways moving forward now is just gonna be all ninja tools. I don't think we're gonna. I don't know because we haven't seen Orochimaru in the manga yet, so I don't know. Maybe he makes a big appearance. But it's right as of right now with this battle going on. It's hard to imagine them using like the Shippuden methods of getting like Hashirama cells and things of that nature, or Madara, or I just feel because I do agree with you when you say this is not the last time we'll see Naruto and Sasuke get their shine as strong strong characters, because they did get nerfed. But I think moving forward, I don't know, because Sasuke, I could definitely see him just pulling up with a whole new eye out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I could definitely see that happen because Sasuke's not just sitting at home doing nothing. He's either, I'm telling you, he's either making a move to Ada or Damon to see where, because he knows that Code is, I don't know if he knows, but Code's too dumb to be doing all this stuff on his own
by himself.
If he didn't have Ada, Damon, he'd be dead right now, being honest. So Sasuke probably already could be like 5 steps ahead of that already. He's going to the source of where Code is getting all this information. But only thing is Sasuke got to be careful, because you make a move on Damon and you're done. So it's pretty interesting to see, because I completely forgot about Sasuke in this chapter. So there's so many just loose ends that are just like, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? So.
And even now that you bring up like how he could have a new eye, I mean, there is a place where there are a bunch of like, y'all remember the Aldanzo, or even like or even
that
remember
Shin, that fake nigga.
A place where like there's a bunch of Uchiha eyes just sitting around in like a floating like
like what's the name, like Shin and Shin Uchiha and Danzo, like them niggas had like a whole farm and everything, like a buffet of Uchiha eyes that were all harvested from the night Itachi started the clan. As far as like you have all these eyes, which is dope, cool. You have all these eyes, but the thing is, A regular Sharingan's not going to do it because his
I'm
left eye.
I was just about to say, is that enough?
Like his left Sharingan is at the peak of what a Sharingan can do. However, he needs another Rinnegan. So the only Rinnegans you have left is either, let's say, Madara's, which is like, let's say, in his body. Pain's, the ones for Pain is just like they were, let's say, not even real eyes. They were just like cycles and everything to cycle the power of the Rinnegan throughout. So it's only one real pair of eyes, and those belong to Madara's, which is still a plot hole to me because how the hell do you put a grown man's eyeballs into a child? But food for thought for later.
Yeah, the whole show just use eyeballs as if they're light bulbs. So it's like whatever, you just
like it's just plug and play. Like remember Madara. Well, we're gonna get into that in a second. We're gonna watch the. Did y'all see the Black Air Force Madara thing yet?
I didn't. I saw it on my recommended, but I didn't actually watch it.
We'll check this out after that. We'll check this out after that. But go ahead, Just.
So I saw it on my timeline as well, but I didn't have the time to watch it, honestly.
But go ahead, Just. You said you had something, bro?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But I do remember. Yeah, he will need like another Rinnegan, but at the same time, like I remember Madara saying like during right when he was like murking the ninjas in that last great ninja war, he said he had obtained those eyes because it was like the next level of the Sharingan. But I think he also needed to mix Senju with his DNA to do so. And I mean,
technically it already happened to Sasuke because remember when he got stabbed by Madara, Kabuto had showed up and was using Hashirama cells to heal him, and then at that that's how they technically went to the Sage of Six Past Realm and all that, and were able to get those power ups.
I got a question. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
My bad. But the question is, do they want Sasuke to have his Rinnegan back? Is the real thing. Like,
can I have it at the full ability, please? Like, I'm tired of my thing is, I remember I saw a meme about this in the last. This man pulled up, destroyed a whole meteor, effortlessly dipped off. Cool. Boruto uses his Sharingan for 2 seconds. Damn, I'm already out of chakra. What the hell were you doing for the last decade? I know you were exploring abilities, but you can barely do anything without chakra, bro. So
it's because his teleportation aspect of the of the Rinnegan takes a huge toll of his chakra. And since he doesn't have the chakra reserve that Naruto has, that I'm not saying that's like good writing, but I'm just saying that is literally the reason why. But, so I can see where there's some things where not having a Rinnegan can be a plus because he can use more of his jutsu and not take away the chakra. But you're 10 times stronger when you have a Rinnegan, and you can use teleportation ninjutsu, and Sasuke can't do that no more. So
I mean, the teleportation was cool, but my thing is, he only that's the main thing he flexed. Like my thing is, you still have all the abilities: Almighty Push, Almighty Pull, all the rods, and all the other shit and everything. Planetary Devastation.
I saw him use that once in the Momoshiki fight.
That's what I'm saying. You have the chance to use planetary devastation. Go ahead, Jess.
But also, I feel as though, like, as a progressing ninja, shouldn't he be able to find a way to be able to have reserve chakra and still like progress with that jutsu as well? Because Sasuke is still young, honestly, and he's a progressing ninja. So you need to be able to find a way to be able to like use
training and everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you define progressing ninja, because if you want to look at it at this perspective, the Rinnegan is literally the height of what an Otsutsuki can do. So there's for a human that's not an Otsutsuki, that is just a plain not plain, but he's still a human at the end of the day. There's only so much you can do without having a Biju inside of you. If this is Naruto, that's a totally different discussion, because Naruto had so much chakra reserve. But as everybody has always known that Naruto is stronger than Sasuke, but Sasuke is more skilled and smarter than Naruto. So I think there is a limit to what Sasuke can do, because the Rinnegan takes so much of a toll of you. I just wish that we see more moments where Sasuke could use it. That's my big gripe.
And I agree with that as well. But also,
I agree with that. But like, thing is like Pain and everything though. But I mean, I was about to say, well, matter of fact, Pain is an Pain is a Uzumaki, and then the Uzumaki have been known for let's say like a big chakra reserves and also
and did you see Nagato how
yeah
bony and how scrawny and how beat up he looked after using 6 different pains? So this the whatchamacallit, the only person I've seen that used a Rinnegan that has it looks like it's seen he has no drawbacks is Madara.
Yep.
Now Sasuke is stronger than Madara, so we can make an argument like why doesn't Sasuke use? But I guess his Rinnegan abilities are more kind of OP than Madara's. They're more convenient, I'll say, than Madara's. Like using the I don't know the jutsu name is so long, but the one we
I'm gonna whatever.
Yeah, that is OP. Like even though ninjas use substitution jutsu, it's kind of that, but like on a totally different level where you can completely swap something with something. So I don't know. I just think his abilities are hacks. I just wish that he had more chakra to be able to use them.
But I mean, true. But at the same time, Sasuke's not like a regular human. We all know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Let's not forget, like when back during that war, when the Sixth Path came to Naruto and Sasuke at that time as well, and defining like the lineage behind him and like both like their clash and fate and everything. So
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, and
at the same time, it's like he's not like regular, and we know he's not. I don't even know how to like really use the right.
I know what you mean, because like remember when he fought Naruto, he literally beforehand put all 9 Biju in planetary devastations, just held them up and say, hey, I'm putting all you on leashes and everything.
And use their chakra into his Susanoo to make a like a fully powered Susanoo. So yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He low-key whooped Naruto.
Well, I will say I think I saw something that Kishimoto said about the Boruto fights, and he said, they are definitely what's the word? Dumbed down a little bit compared to what we're used to seeing with Naruto, because this is it's the same, Kishimoto is still writing it, but it's a different illustrator. So, and he doesn't have, I'm not sure if he has a huge staff or, because they're a monthly manga, but he's definitely a different manga compared to what we see with Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. So I think that plays a part where we don't see all the jutsu, all the moves, all the everything that we're so used to seeing. Because now the Boruto fights kind of remind me of Dragon Ball fights a little bit.
A little bit. Like, I mean, we're at that level now, unfortunately.
We're at that level, but at the same time, in terms of just writing aspect, what we fell in love with Naruto is the strategic
boxing
aspect.
I mean, the choreography and everything, the strategy and all that stuff. Like
now it feels like it's just power blast, and not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah. So, but he literally did say that they were dumbed down fights and dumbed down like the abilities, because in the I saw in one of the novels and stuff that like the Boruto movie with Momoshiki coming down, like Momoshiki has way more jutsu and is way stronger in the novels than compared to the way he is in the anime. Like he has so many more abilities and stuff. So it's just the fights are just dumbed down. I think that's what it kind of comes down to. Like they're just not as in depth as what the fights were back in the day.
I feel that. I mean, like I feel like the prime crescendo was basically the Sasuke arcs, during No Shippuden and everything. Like Sasuke versus Deidara, Sasuke versus Itachi. You get to see a lot more of like the whole choreography, the strategy, the boxing, all that other stuff and everything. Like, I mean, Naruto has some good fights too, but it's still like mostly him just his Rasengan, let me spam Shadow Clone Jutsu. Yeah. But like we'll say Sasuke, you get to be a little bit more visceral with it. Like not visceral, but strategic. You get to see him like when he fought Deidara, it's like, nigga, I was already getting my W before we even got to this joint, bro. I don't know what you talking about, man. Where's my brother so I can get out of here?
Yeah.
That's a really good example of like Sasuke's like strategic skills, man. Like from even like when Data pulled out like the fake explosive that literally was like supposed to be like molecule explosive to take out Sasuke. And I mean, yeah, of course he used the Sharingan to like, people was really going on. But the fact that he was able to put like Data under his Genjutsu, come out of that, and then come behind him was just like, okay. The fact that he didn't, there were points where he couldn't even touch the ground, and he had to neutralize like some of those bombs, like just by having like his sword on the ground, he was standing on it. It was just like, all right, like
Yeah.
He's a strategist, you know, like.
I mean,
yeah. Well, not to change the subject, but I wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. What do you think is Damon and Ada's true moment true motives as of right now? Because with the way she's talking to Code and the way she's been kind of withholding information, kind of gets me to think that she's not fully with Code. Like this new Kara is not the new Kara. I think she's 100% is going to backstab this nigga.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out what her true motives is, because she hasn't even disclosed all her abilities. For all we know, they could have a whole a karma as well on them. So or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe she's Amado's daughter, and then she just wants to get back. I don't know, but I feel that Ada. I'm not saying she's like a final villain type thing, but I think she is. I think she's a bigger threat as in terms of villains than Code.
Yeah.
Than what Code can be, and Amado is up there as well. But I feel that Ada is either going to be an ally to the Leaf somehow, or a true like a huge villain going into the time skip. Because I definitely feel like she's going to betray this man.
So basically, we know for a fact that her, Damon, and that there's like a bunch of different androids that were created by Amado for Kara purposes and everything. But Gina's like, yeah, nigga, you wild. And why is these niggas on my level or have abilities that can put them around my level or be like a threat to me and shit? I want you to decommission, destroy them. All right, bet I'll do that. He never destroyed them. He just put them in the cut or whatever, and just like we're saying, did what he wanted to do. Now, we know we have Ada and Damon. Like I said, like Drew said, I don't think she's on Code's side. She just wants to go for her own purpose and everything because Code's just a tool and everything. Don't wrong, Code's strong as fuck. Because my thing is the fact that they said without his limiters and everything, he could box with Ishiki and win.
Yeah.
That's still a thing.
Yeah,
that's still the thing. That's still the thing we still have to see as far as like the fact that he said a human with what's name like a white karma, which is a defective karma for some reason, without his limiters, could box in what's name Usuki, who was giving Naruto and them all the work and everything. Like they barely won by the skin of their teeth as far as the time ran out. He can box with him and beat him, which means something's off here. That's the thing. That's the first thing. But back to them, I mean, like my thing is we don't know how, like Drew said, we don't know their abilities. We know there's other demons other androids out there. I feel like it's like the whole kind of Dr. Gero thing from Dragon Ball, as far as they want to get revenge on their maker, and that's it. But the thing is, the maker still has all the keys and the codes, and he can say sleep, and these niggas will all go sleep. So, still want to see what's going to happen. I'm interested. I'm really interested. But I mean, my main thing going into time skip, I feel there's going to be a bunch of different things because there's going to be them plus what's Amado's planning, and I feel like we should have an Otsutsuki war too.
Yeah.
Like I said, well, one, Ada, her abilities are out of this world, and let's not even like count out Damon, whose abilities are basically broken. You can't even touch the boy. Like, come on now. But as far as like where they stand, honestly, I mean, we all know at this point, like you just said, basically Code is just her puppet right now for something much bigger. Where it's gonna lead to, I can't even really say, but those two right now as a dynamic duo could really take on anything. But I can't see no Suzuki war coming, like a serious clash. Like I did have the fear that I said where Amado could be like literally, Suzuki, but he's just in a really weak vessel, and that's why everybody's like under like his he's under everybody's noses. And that's why he's playing this so cool and everything. He knows what's going on, and he knows what he needs to do. Yeah. So that could be one thing. Or it could just be another regular human, or that just is, we don't know. But we don't know. It's just,
It's
like
a
Drew
lot.
said, there's so much to pull from. Like, this is a lot. But
I mean, like, because basically, because Jigen was kicking it, like, what's name? Remember, Jigen and, well, aka Ishiki. Ishiki came to Earth with Kaguya because they always come in twos. That's one thing that they established. They always come in twos and everything. She snuck that man, which I'm still wondering, are we going to get a flashback to that? Like, is Amado have the full story and tells Kwaki this or something like that? Because, like, I want to know how she snuck this man so bad that he had to use a vessel. And that, listen, literally, he kept this vessel alive in the cut for 1,000 years. As far as everything helping, the whole civilization of ninja happened. Kaguya had that whole thing, fought her kids. Her kids, split off. One went to the moon, one came to stay on the earth. The kids descended from that. We had all the other bullshit happen. We had the Hashirama and Madara. We had Minato. We had everybody else, Sasuke, Naruto, all the way up to now. The fact that he was just in the cut for that long, that's one thing. And then the fact that they always come in two, and that they sent another two there to see what went on, and they didn't hear back from them either. That's four Utsutskis that came to this earth and everything in the manga. I mean, I know in the anime it's like two more that came. Like they had that other guy in that one arc, and another guy in another arc. I forget what they were, but they had all these Utsutsuki come to Earth and not heard a thing back from them and everything. It's like, yeah, we got issues here. We got to send some real attention to this planet.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hate to predict because this is the most unpredictable manga or whatever that I've read. So I really don't know in terms of like going down with the Otsutsuki. I really don't know what direction they're gonna take. But it's interesting. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you on your toes, and that's what's really good about it. Truly.
I mean, I love that. But my thing is, we're probably gonna have two more chapters of, because I feel like this isn't like the end of like the action or whatever. Either Boruto's dead, that's one, or two, we're gonna have one of those anime moments where something weird's gonna happen. As
that
far
big
as
inspiration, where like it's like gonna be like that crazy Ichigo moment where he died for like a good second, then came back.
Yeah, what's the name of when he fought Ukiura?
Yes, it's probably gonna be something like that where he blacks out for a while, then comes back to himself, and it's just like,
because I don't feel like Momoshiki gonna go like that. Like, listen, yeah, he got impaled and everything, but my thing is, I still don't think he can go like that. As far as like, okay, yeah, you stabbed me, nigga, but this ain't it. This is not over.
And that was
I don't know.
serious injury. That was like,
Yeah, that's definitely a fatal wound. But I don't know. I think one thing I want to do though, I don't want to see him come back next chapter. I kind of want them to like stay in this kind of atmosphere that we have where it's like, is he dead? Is he dead? Whereas I kind of like if they hold on for that for a few more chapters and then bring it back, that'd be fine. But it'll kind of make it a little bit cheap, just kind of for shock value, if they just have him be impaled at the end of this chapter, and then next chapter he comes back to life completely fine. And it's like I kind of want there, if he comes back, well, if that's when he comes back, I want it to be either for a price, like life for a life type thing, or yeah, I don't know. I just want there to be some sort of not retaliation. What's the word?
an eye for an eye type of thing.
Yeah, kind of
Payback, whatever.
But
yeah.
Go ahead, Jess.
And honestly, I really like that idea too, because if they do hold on to the death of like Boruto like that, I feel as though it would give Naruto more of a reason to possibly go on the attack, or against Kawaki, and not only that, but Shikamaru as well. And it'll be, because we just killed his son, and we don't see anything happening, and then it'll be like a moment where it's just like the two have turned on each other, and their true colors have really shown for each other.
Yeah, we might have that moment as far as like, because my thing is Kawaki already has trauma and everything. It's already been hey, everybody's abandoned me in my life. Everybody's abandoned me in my life. Everybody has always used me for their own purposes and what's saying been abusive to me and never done that. And I thought you were different, but you weren't different. What's saying he was only your only son. I was never really anything to you at all and everything. And then from that, I feel like from that aspect, that's how either Ada can get in and that lose code. Because my thing is, she wants to see if Kawaki can be the first person to not succumb to her ability, because everybody succumbs to her ability off bat. Like, unless you're related to her or you're an Usutsuki, you're immune. Which, what's the name? Kawaki and Boruto were. Now, since that's the case, since Boruto is gone, well, Boruto's dead, technically. They'll have to get his body right away. That's one thing. They can still sacrifice his body to the 10 tails and everything. It's just if his body's not like gone quickly or whatever yet, because you need like a Usutsuki to be sacrificed to the 10 tails to be eaten, so you can generate the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
So what's saying literally, it's either hey, we had to get code right then and there, or codes would have to do something. Because my thing is, I don't know, like if we just saw him flex up Ishiki's abilities. Cool.
Yeah.
And he got loose and everything. But is he on like what's saying? Because that technically puts him on Ishiki's level. If he's on Ishiki's level, he can box with Code. Code, what's saying, can do all this stuff. He can box with Code now.
Oh yeah. Right now, Kawaki's the strongest person on the world in the world as of right now.
Yep.
Like when I saw like those cubes, those black cubes come down, bro, I was like, this is crazy. I was actually angry because I was like, bro, that's too much power for this kid right now. Like, are you serious? Like, come on. I wanted him and Boruto to be neck and neck, but he just took the whole ball and ran.
I mean, you had that, but at the same time, Ishiki is stronger than Momoshiki by a mile. So that was, I feel like that was always stated. But the interesting thing is like, what is going to be the catch for Kawaki? Like, he has all this power, great, and he doesn't have to worry about Ishiki coming back. But the big, which is probably even more dangerous, is Amado, because now I feel like those cells that he put into it's Kawaki's cells, but I think those
Kawaki / karma cells, whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna somehow have control over Kawaki, and that's the worst thing that could happen for him. So I think like we get to see these moments with him where it's like, oh, this man is OP, but is everything, I'm telling, every power, all this stuff comes with a price. This man is going to be controlled like a whole dog by Amado. Like Amado's like, I think that's his, whether he plays his hand or however he plays his hand is yet to be seen. But I think his big thing, Amado's big thing, is control.
Yeah. And like, bro, this man is literally the biggest mystery, bro. And it's like, it irks me sometimes because I'm just like,
what is your end game?
Make a move, man. Like, make a move.
But technically, he has made it. Like, think about this.
Yeah.
From what's saying, when he left, from like what's saying, basically from when they first got Kawaki to the village and everything, he's made his move as far as, all right, he told Cashin, hey, let them take Kawaki to the village. You keep an eye on Kawaki. Cool. Okay, I'm about to leave now. What's name? Jigen's over there. He just got finished. What's name? Boxing with Naruto and Sasuke. He's weakened now. Do what you need to do. Make your move. All right, cool. Ishiki's now the village. Ishiki's gone. What's name? Ishiki's no longer Jigen's no longer Ishiki now. I'm at the village now. Hey, this is what you need to do. Take care of Ishiki. Make this move. They go box Ishiki. Take care of him. Kawaki's okay. Cool. I'm gonna implant a new arm on him and everything. Made his move again. His karma just activated. That's his, like, it's all been his move from point 1 to point 2 as far as he's calculated these things and everything. It's just that it's like we don't know what his full motive is yet. We don't know where Cashin is, and we don't know how much control it is. Huh?
I've been definitely waiting for that too. Cashin.
Yeah, but
I wonder if he's gonna make like an encounter with Naruto, and how would that really like?
We need that. We need that to happen for some closure.
That has to happen.
We need that for closure.
And what if Loki he still has some of the old memories from the original? Like,
I think he does have Jiraiya's memories. I'm pretty sure he does.
And then like he relays like his last like fulfilling words to Naruto before passing off, and then like that's like
we
it's
need
like
that for closure.
Yeah, and then that's like another death moment again where Cashin Kojin leaves off for.
It's like what's the name? Like in the new Spider-Man, we saw Andrew save MJ. It's for closure. We need that.
Yeah,
we need that.
Purely fan service.
We need that for fans. We need that. But so, closing thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen next chapter, February 20th? We'll go just Drew and then me.
Oh man. Next chapter. It could go two ways. Wait a minute. Is Shikamaru in the vicinity? I forgot.
He's being
held
hostage by Code. Yeah.
Okay. It could go either way. We may see Boruto, like I said, do like a huge like Ichigo moment where like he blacks out and just like a huge power pull just happens for him. Or like Drew said, he could stay low-key dead for a while. And keep his body, and then Naruto has like his little face off with him and everything. But I think that I think something's gonna happen with the model as well, like honestly. Or Damon's gonna wake up and he's gonna want to have fun.
Yeah, I think that with the next chapter, I could be 100% dead wrong, but probably will be. But I think we may have, if not this chapter, maybe if not this coming chapter, maybe the next chapter 68, where we have some sort of conversation with Boruto Momoshiki to somehow see how he can revive himself back to life, because that's the only way he can come back, if he revives himself. Either that, or maybe the battlefield changes and we go to another dimension. We have Code that can use transportation ninjutsu. We have what's his name, Kawaki, that can use teleportation or transportation ninjutsu. So I think we can see the battle go somewhere else. Maybe it goes to Ada and Damon's hideout. I can see, because remember originally, Kawaki wanted to go with Code just to like sacrifice, like, okay, this is for me, blah blah blah. So I think Kawaki's gonna be like, all right, let's go, and then we can see. Oh, well, Sasuke doesn't have ninjutsu, so I was gonna say we can see Sasuke pulling up too, but I think that they're gonna go to their hideout somehow, and that's when the shit gonna hit the fan. I think at the end of the chapter, I can see Damon waking up, and then that would be like the old shit. But yeah, I think this battle moves somewhere else.
Yeah.
One more add on. Ada did say to Code that he needs to get out of there fast as well, because like
shit's going left
in the fan. So there could be a flee. Honestly, there could be like a serious just flee. So that's one thing as well.
I mean, me personally, what I think is going to happen next chapter, we're going to have some backlash as far as like Naruto's like, damn, I can't believe you really did this. I mean, we should have found a different way and everything. But like what's saying, Clark is like, I'm doing this to protect the village and everything. What's saying, Boruto knew the sacrifice going in. We talked about this multiple times. It's like, that still doesn't make it right. And I was like, Naruto, you got to grow out of that whole, we can say everybody's shit and everything. I thought Obito and them taught you that during the Great Ninja War when they killed Neji and shit, that you can't save everybody. Some sacrifices that to be made for the greater good and everything. Meanwhile, I feel like we're going to have a talk between Boruto and Momoshiki as far as like when they like Momoshiki freezes time and shit, and it's like they're talking and everything, because like that's how Momoshiki usually takes over his body. And he's like, he's gonna talk to him, like, yeah, like what's saying, Momoshiki's gonna be there with Boruto. Boruto's like, yeah, I'm taking you with me. It's like, you ass, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I ain't trying to die. And then it's like, hey, you either abide by my rules and get the fuck back, or two, we can both go out of here. I have no problem. And then after that, yeah, I mean, it's either gonna be like that. Then either I feel like Boruto will come back at a later date. It'll be like in, I mean, have y'all seen Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season?
The first season, yeah. When he made a deal with
yeah, it'll be like how he made a deal with Sukuna, like what's how Itadori made a deal with Sukuna, that like when they have in the morgue, he comes back to life and everything. But like since that happened, I feel like Kawaki will go with Code just to say, all right, leave the village alone, I'll come with you and everything. We'll see this person you want to see and all that, and then go on that and everything. That either Cole will take what he can take and just leave, or he'll try to press it and like, nah, I need his body too. And it's like, then they'll get the boxing and everything. But yeah.
I think somehow, some way, Ada is 100% gonna meet Kawaki, and I do not see that happening with her meeting him at the leaf. It's gonna happen and in their hideout, and I think that's how we're gonna start seeing Kawaki change, and then they're gonna come back to. I can see them coming back to the leaf to take out Amado, and then that's when
Naruto. And that's when Naruto will probably get in the way as far as that. And it's like, hey, we're taking care of him. And then it's like, Naruto, like, I raised you and everything. I thought you were good. And it's like, no, I've changed and everything. That he will have like that brutal moment where he impales or kills Naruto, some shit like that. And that Boruto will be back to life and just see that shit. And then we'll have the time skip. And then we'll have the fight and all the other stuff. But yeah.
This is going to be like, after this battle, this is going to be like the big opening to like, that foreshadowing that we've been waiting.
Yeah. This is definitely on the downfall of Kawaki as a
hero, anti-hero,
as a face. Whatever. Yeah, because his peak was definitely when he beat Ishiki, and ever since this arc started, he started to change just a little bit more. Started doing some dumb shit. Started like, because remember, I don't know if y'all remember in the very beginning of the arc, there was like. He was like, yo, we need to find a way to get stronger. And Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki were like training. They was like, no, this is how you do it. He was like, no, we need to find a way to
get stronger.
He was like, not about no damn training. Like, we need to do something. So
we need to do some shit right now. Cause like literally, like we can train to the cows come home. Ain't no hyperbolic time chamber in Naruto. So you can't get a year's worth of training in a day. And on top of that, the amount of training like y'all would do in the village is not going to be nowhere near what you need to go up against Code. On his, like I said, Code right now is still strong as fuck. I'm wrong. Kawaki has the edge on him right now by being on Shiki's level, but Code gets those limiters off.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. The fact that, like I said, it's a wrap. Limiters off. He's stronger than Jigen, Ishiki, who's like the strongest person we've seen thus far in this whole anime by far, as far as Naruto, Sasuke. It took Naruto to go into a mode that literally sacrificed him and Kurama's life force for them to even box with this man. And that's only because he was in a deficient vessel.
Yeah.
Think it was if he was in the Kawaki's body, a fully healthy vessel and everything. He would have been, there was no competition there.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
The heck?
When those limiters possibly do come up, man, it's gonna be crazy. Like we're gonna see like a beam from his body shoot up into the air and everything, man.
They gotta go as hard as like when Rock Lee dropped the ankle weights.
That might not be enough, man.
Heck, bro, that's it. But heck, that's our thoughts on the last Boruto chapter, I think like 66. If anything, I feel like was either they go to 66. So I feel like they'll either go to chapter 70, then time skip, or because they said time skip's coming soon. So it's either we're going to chapter 70 or we're going to go to chapter 100. But my thing is I can't say we do 100 because that'd be like another 3-4 more years. So I'll say
it won't be that long. I think I don't know. I keep saying time skip's coming.
I say 80.
I feel like
the most I say is like probably 80. They can probably stretch something out until 80, but 100 would probably be a stretch unless like they have a bunch. I mean, you have to remember we still have a lot of information that's really lingering around. Who knows? Amado might have like something that pops off for like that is like another 5 episodes. Ada might come out with something. We never know. But hey, the storyline is looking really good regardless. So they're doing a job.
Heck, man. But other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll be back next month for February 20th. New chapter 67. We'll see what the backlash is, see who was right, who was wrong, and talk about our thoughts. Other than that, take care, stay up, stay lit, and we are out.
All right.
Peace.